Hello, hello, hello. Oh my goodness. I am really, really late, but well, life happens. Sometimes you can make plans and something else will just come in and dash away that plans of yours. And I apologize. Where you said, where is the host? Oh no, you already checked and I wasn't here. Okay, so we will start, and I think this will be a very quick live stream. Um, Before I go right in, hold on, let me share this before I continue. All right, so from my thumbnail and my title, most of you would recognize the people up there. We have Nelo Okeke. She's a content creator from Nigeria. And we also have Lily Pope TV, and she is also a content creator from Nigeria, a YouTuber also from Nigeria. And we're going to be discussing these two ladies, these two women today. And let me quickly say this. Most of these videos we're going to be doing, we're just reacting to what people have said, but we will be reacting to videos where we know that we can use, or should I say content that we know that we can use as a teaching moment to other people. Okay, so that's the goal of it. Okay, because sometimes just talking about something and not providing solution, or it doesn't contribute to someone's life in any way, is just mere talk. Okay, sometimes when you see something and you say something, it will help. Okay, and people can learn from it. Some people do stuff without knowing, but if you point it out, they're like, oh wow, I never even thought about it that way. So hence we just have to keep up. But that being said, if you're just coming across my channel for the first time, you are welcome. And thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe if you love gist. Okay, and that being said, let's get right into the video right about now. So like I said, let's see, who are we going to be discussing first, Lily or Nelo? Let's talk about Nelo first, because I think I have more points to make about Lily, because what we're about to discuss about Lily is something that has happened more than once. Okay, but what we're talking about Nelo KK is something that I've noticed. This is the first time, okay, that I've noticed this type of stuff. So let's start with Nelo Keke and then we round up with Lily Pope TV. All right, so Nelo Keke did a video. Okay, it was a vlog where she talked about her husband getting her a new car. She really didn't show the outside of the full car and all of that, but showed the evening, I said even the inside where she was inside, and she also talked about um how this is a bigger car and all of that. It was just a nice vlog going. And then after the whole car talk and all of that, the next scene that she showed us was her in her home, sitting down and chatting with her fans, okay, her YouTube fans, okay. And she just was talking about a whole lot of stuff, and she tried to explain something about her husband. And she started by saying, you see, this is my husband. He's a cunning person. And for me, when I heard that word, that got me. And I will explain to you why. If Nelu was just sitting in her home with her friends and she made this statement, okay, it is what it is. Her friends, I'm expecting them to understand by now the kind of person she is and how she talks, so they know what to take serious and what not to take serious. But when a content is something that you're going to put out in the public, and YouTube is a place where people keep discovering your content, and you have new followers, old followers, and all of that, your old followers, the ones that most people will refer to as the OGs, might understand because they would have seen hundreds of your videos. If you're a content creator that, let me stop saying content creator, since we're talking about YouTuber, let me just focus on YouTube. If you're a YouTuber that you have over 100 videos on your channel, then let's say your OGs, they've already seen all of those 100 videos, because some people have full notification on, and every time you post they will watch. And even if they don't have full notification, some persons will come right back to check up on your channel, to check up on you, to see if you've posted recently or whatnot. Okay, so those OGs might understand okay, she's saying this thing, she doesn't really mean it. But then, what about the new people that are just discovering your content? Probably because they watch some other persons that do similar content to you, and then YouTube starts suggesting your video to them. They've just started watching you. So you should understand that I'm putting this thing out there, and I will not, from the moment that thing goes out, you cannot take back that one. Even if you take back that word, it's not going to do anything. You've already put it out there. What am I trying to say? Let's be careful, man, woman, the kind of words that you use to describe. I don't think, maybe if she had even joked and said, "You see this wayo, you see this wayo man," simple Niger people was always saying wayo. It's easier to say way, but when you look straight into your camera, I say, "This your husband is cunning." You don't mean it that way, but some persons might take it that way, and who knows, somebody might want to work with him, do some you because most YouTubers would sometimes tell you the type of stuff that their husband does and all of that, just so you know. I remember when Nelu was preparing for her match, and she talked about how her husband is going to help her doing the t-shirts. So maybe he's someone that is into those printing and kind of stuff, or he knows stuffs like that, and he does other things. Don't put out this type of, because she went further to even say, he would like to play as if he's wise, not knowing that I'm also from we're both from Inewi. You cannot, the people that know you know that you're joking and all of that, but there are people that will not really see that as a joke. There are people that might take it serious, that, oh wow, really? Do you understand? So let's not use our own mouth to spoil our own. That's just one lesson that I want people to learn. And I hope next Nelly is doing a video when she wants to just joke, describe her husband, whatever, she doesn't use words like he's cunning. Find something else, find a different word, like word that sentence in a different way. Okay, because you have people that have not been watching you for long, you have people that they don't even know you at all, that just come across your content, and hearing you describe your own husband that way, it's not cool. Now it didn't stop there. After she described her husband like that, she went further to try to explain the reason why she even called him cunning. Well, she wanted to talk about their dog, a new dog, okay? Because I think she said they have a dog that is 3 years old, or somewhere around there, or even above 3. And she said she's not a fan, she's not a fan of dogs, okay? And of course, there are different people. Some people are dog lovers, some people are cat lovers, some people are snake lovers. They have like snakes like as pets. Some people have dogs as pets. Some people have cats. Some people have lizards. Any type of animal at all, fishes. Anything that you can think of. Okay, any animal at all. Even the lions and stuffs like that. People have them as pets. The tigers and name it. Okay, so she talked about how they have a dog already, and she's not really a fan of dog, and that's okay. But one thing I also want to point, like I said, we're going to talk about this, and we use it as a way of also learning and informing, keeping ourselves informed about what is happening all around the world. Now, I would expect that Nelo Keke have over 100,000 followers, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Nelo Keke have over 100 followers on YouTube. So I would believe that she has people watching her from different parts. I don't want to think that all the 100,000 people that is watching Nelo is all Niger people or from other African countries. I believe other people from other parts of the world are also watching her. So that is even the more reason why you watch what you say. Now, Nigeria might still be, calm with this whole animal cruelty thing and being kind of, but in some other parts of the world, people are not. So you have to be very careful so people don't look at you the way. And why am I saying this? After she said the conning, let me go back to explain this before I even start explaining this other part. When she talked about that, she said her husband had brought a new dog. Okay. So she was trying to explain that, hence she was calling him cunning and all of that because he knows she doesn't like dogs. And I guess she just got a new car as a present and then followed by a new dog. I guess so she's not going to nag so much and all of that. So as she was sitting down talking, her husband was passing. And I guess he heard his name and he stopped and was looking at her from afar. But from the side of the camera, you can see him standing behind, in their sitting room. It looked like a sitting room or so. and he just stood there trying to listen to what Nelly was saying. And then I guess this little dog was in the house because it's a little dog, okay? So the dog walked up to her just as dogs and cats, cats will love to rub by your legs when you're sitting down, and dogs do that too. Okay, and but dogs sometimes they take it further by licking your legs and doing all those kind of stuffs. So I guess when the dog started coming close, Nelu just lost it. And I don't know if if I would say she forgot that she was actually vlogging as she was holding a camera. Nelu totally lost it and she started screaming and in my mind, and that was even before we saw the dog. So when she said her husband brought a new dog, a new puppy, I knew it was it's gonna be a small thing there. There's a small animal, it's gonna be a small dog, not a big one already. Okay. But the way Nelu was screaming, take this dog, take this thing now. She was screaming her husband's name, Francis, or something like that. She was calling him, she was screaming, take this dog now, take this ugly thing. I'm gonna kick him, I'm gonna this, I'm gonna that. And I'm there holding my head like, are you serious? You are vlogging. You shouldn't be doing this. You are vlogging. Don't. It's not like, and I'm thinking, how did you even finish filming this thing? Piled up all the videos, and it didn't occur to you that you should at least clip out that part from where the dog came so close to you when you started screaming. And the husband, you could see that he did not take the dog immediately because it's just a little puppy. It can't cause any harm. And like it's just, and you already have one dog already, according to you, in your own words, is already 3 years old. So why are you so dramatic? Just man, nobody should be filming something like this. If you ever do, sometimes you might be sharing too much, you might be doing, and I feel like people make this mistake where they say, we're keeping it real, we're keeping it 100% real. There are certain things that is no longer you keeping it real, it's actually you sharing too much. That part of the video, if you ask me, was not a pleasant thing to watch. It was disturbing. It was. Not only the words she used on the dog or the way she was even screaming at her husband. You should have cut that out. Okay, the husband came, and then after a while of her screaming and he was laughing, he now came, picked up the dog to show the dog on camera. It was a brown, this brown puppy with falling ears and all that. She started, this ugly dog, and all of that. Okay, I don't even want to say so much and all of that. You cannot do that, Nelo Okeke. Like, if you ever by chance come across this video, I'm just telling you now that that is not a good thing for you. I'm believing, and the reason why when I see videos like this, I want to just jump on it and react. This video is already a bit old. I didn't have the time to do it immediately after I watched she and Lily Poop's video. Okay, I think I saw her video first before. I think after some days before I saw Lily Pope's video. That's how I'm just going to pair these two together instead of talking about them separately. Okay, I am believing that the moment you tell yourself that you want to, you are welcome, Goras. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you. You're welcome. So I feel like the moment you decide you want to be a content creator and you know that you're going to make some coin from there, I believe you're working hard and praying every day to build that brand. I said, okay, I'll be listening. I'm driving. Oh, okay, okay. Please just put on your headset and thank you so very much. Thank you, sis. I believe that you've already made up your mind that you're going to make this a brand, or you're looking for the long term where your YouTube channel will be able to be paying you well, and that will come through brand deals and so many other things. And Nelo is working with a whole lot of brands. We see that, she does makeup, she does all this, she loves wearing wigs, and she's in the beauty industry, so she does more of such type of content. But if you even notice the beauty industry, you will know that even most of their products, you see people say animal cruelty free. Most things, people are paying much attention to animals and all of that worldwide. So you have to be very careful the way you speak about any animal, and mostly the dogs. You have to be extremely careful because in some countries, dogs are family members. I had said this, I think it was on Oyoyo's World live stream where we're talking about something that brought in. Okay, we were talking about the Hilda Bassi, the Guinness World Record cook, although it's not official yet. But when we're talking about Hilda Bassi, when she had that eating of dog meat went viral, that was when I had mentioned that stuff too. In some places, and I will repeat it here. Here we have two dogs that are Siberian Huskies, and they are family members. What am I saying? If by mistake, which will never happen, if by mistake those two dogs escape from the house and somebody finds them somewhere, when they check, it shows the surname that matches all of us in this house. So whoever finds it, well, immediately you call the police or call it, you know how to find, because the dog, they have their passports, and if the surname matches everybody, so you know what family and who has it, so you know where to take dogs. So dogs are being treated, some people refer to these dogs as their children. Okay, so I'm just thinking, what if you have fan base that watches you that are these type of people that are really obsessed? Nobody hates animals, but some people just don't pay so much attention the way some other people do. Like some people just like, okay, animals, okay, dogs, dogs, cat, pet, whatnot, but not so much into like always sleeping in the same bed, hugging, kissing, eating from the same plate, kissing mouth to mouth, sharing everything, like, treating them like a child, just the way you would treat a child getting pregnant for 9 months, having a baby, the same way you treat that your baby, the same way they treat their dogs. And when you see people's dogs pass on, the way they cry, I was watching a reality show at what was it, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, or so, the one that Spice, the Jamaican singer, was. I'm just trying to explain, because some people like it wasn't a big deal. You guys just stop talking about this thing. Nelu, I'm trying to explain so you understand. When one of the actors was supposed to meet up with Spice. Spice is a Jamaican singer, very popular. And something happened, and the person had called. It was this Spice, or I don't remember, but I know it was an American reality TV show, and the lady had said to her that she lost her baby. And this other lady was really, really upset, thinking, because she's a mom of two, a boy and a girl. So hearing that her friend just lost her baby, she was so sad, crying. Although after some days, when she saw her friend, she was asking her, how are you holding up? How are you? And then she started talking and saying, "Yeah, well, we've buried him." And the way she was explaining the thing, that's when the lady now understood that it was not a human that passed, it was a pet. And the lady freaked out and they started quarreling, because this lady is saying, "Man, you got me so messed up, man. When you said that, I thought it was, a human, like a child." She said, "Well, I don't know what you think, but that was my child, that was my baby, and you're not going to disrespect me like that." And that was a huge fight, because the dog mom now felt offended when her friend found out that it was her dog that passed. It's not that she didn't feel sorry for her, but she was just saying, "When you told me your child passed on, you should have just told me my pet child passed on. I was thinking it was your human, like human child passing on." She said it's the same thing. That's what she said. So I'm just trying to explain so people will understand the level at which some people treat these things, and don't do what people will want to look at you some type of way. I wouldn't want to think that anybody wants to have only people watching them in one geographical area. We all want people to watch us from all over the world, watching our content, reaching out to other people. So if brand deal is coming from abroad, are you telling me if brand deal is coming from the US, the UK, Canada, Australia, and all of that, Nelo is going to turn it down? No, I don't think so. I don't. So that part of that video that Nelu did, she should have just trimmed it out, where she was screaming, saying all those things that I don't even want to repeat anymore. She should have just cut it out. And I was expecting Nelu to know these things, because Nelu also, traveling is also a way of educating yourself. Nelu looks like someone that is well exposed. So I was shocked to see that. So if by chance Nelu gets to see this video, please, when next you film a video like that, cut out parts like that. Once you notice that this might affect some people, you don't know all your viewers and all of that, and you don't know who's going to enjoy a particular video you've done, like this particular one, and want to share it out to their own people that they know, their own friends and all of that, then people find it very, insensitive, the type of words you were saying. Okay, I'm going to kick it, I'm going to this, it's so ugly and all of that. Don't do that. Don't. I just feel like this is not something that Nello is aware of. Or if she's aware of it, it just escaped her mind, because sometimes things like that can happen. It just escaped her mind, and she was just saying these things. And when editing that video, it didn't occur to her that it was such a big deal. Hence, she didn't bother to trim that part of the video out. Ha, it's Nelo okeke. Oh. You didn't see that her video? The video where she said her husband bought her a car. You're welcome, the Bunny goes. It's Nelo okeke. That is really, because, and another thing is, Hilda Bassi, right? That's her name, Hilda Bassi, the lady that the Guinness World Record, although it's not confirmed. Let's keep just saying that, because we keep calling her the Guinness to make people understand which of the Hilda, because we have so many Hildas in Nigeria. Yeah, Bunny goes is greeting everyone. So everybody saw how, even the other ladies that came out, dragging her. I never even knew. If this thing about Hilda, if this thing didn't happen, I didn't even know that in Nigeria we now have as Jesus Christ. Bunny goes, you live in Lagos. Are you kidding me? I did not know that we now have association of dog lovers. I mean, dog moms. Not no no. Of course, we have dog lovers. I mean, association of dog moms. Come on, we all have pets. We all, what, I grew up with over 30 dogs in my home. Like, we had a lot of them. We had lots of animals. My dad was always bringing goats, chickens, anything you were looking for, you could find in our house. And where we had the house is just the outskirt of the community, and it was open, giant open field of farms and all of that. So we had tons and tons of animals, and the dogs, some of them will give birth 8, 10 children. So our home was a dog home, like it was full, 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 you know. You see now, I was thinking, wait, I was like, what did I miss? I've never seen any blog or even TV talking about, oh, there was a meeting about the association of this. You understand? So I never knew we had those. I was so shocked when I saw that lady that was, are you telling me my dog is a delicacy? That's why I dropped a comment on that video, and I said, please take several seats. Cause like the lady is now doing too much. When she was saying, we the dog moms or dog lovers, we went to support. I said, come on, relax. These people, that is their delicacy. Let's not judge them for what they eat, because the other 36 states, if we go through all the states, every state have something they eat that another state don't eat, that they think is funny. You understand? So let's not even go into that. Even if you want to talk about it as tribe and not states, different tribes eat different things that other tribes don't eat, don't appreciate. Like the snail, some people worship snail, but some other people will download snail. So let's not even judge. That's the aspect of so I was expecting Nelu with that whole drama. Now Nelu is giving us video that her husband bought her a car. The video was going very well. I'm there sitting down watching, enjoying the video, only for the cringe moment to start. And I'm biting my teeth, sitting down watching this video, and I'm biting my teeth, like, please don't say it. Like, I was expecting from the moment she started screaming, I will match it. You're welcome, Oyoyo's word. I came in and I saw your comment. I was damn late. And they tried to put madam for sleep, make she sleep smart. She come back from school. She said, no, agree. You're welcome. Treasure gist, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. So, I was just saying to myself, when you're watching, when you watch movies and you're trying to tell, like horror movies, you remember when somebody is coming from behind to maybe strangle someone, kill someone, do something, and you're just screaming, look behind you, you now forget that it's actually a movie and the person is supposed not to look, so it plays out the way they want it. But then I was saying, Nilu, don't, can you just stop? And at the point, I was not saying, please, I hope the husband will stand up now. I hope the husband will stand up now and just get the dog so she will stop talking. But you know how partners are, when it's time to tease you, they will just enjoy every moment. And Nelu's husband didn't stand up immediately. And From the moment she called him cunning already, I was like, oh no, this is not a name, no matter what, that you should, even if you think, even if it's a joke, just because it's social media, there are certain things you say and you put out there, you cannot take it back. And I'm thinking, please don't say anymore. And Nelu kept screaming. I don't even want to start repeating all the things she said because anybody that missed that part of the video, that's it. Banigo said, Lord, Mel, I would react the same way because I don't like dogs. Are you serious? But wait, Nelu said herself on that video, although I've been watching Nelu's videos, I've never seen any dog. But if you remember, she said by herself that she has a dog that is about 3 years old, if I'm not mistaken. She said it that they already have one dog. So I'm thinking, even if you don't like dog, Banigos, and your husband already brought the dog, and you people have the dog already, why are you now reacting that way towards a small puppy? Do you get that? Was because I was thinking in my head, this is what I'm thinking. This is a small dog. You know that that puppy will not even bite you, and even if it bites, it's not gonna hurt. Do you get? So the dramaticness was just over the top, and that I will match it. I will, trust me, over here, if you dare, I will read comments. Let me just finish explaining this to the Banigos. Over here, Banigos, if you dare kick, I'm saying, just not even a big kick, like when you angrily kick someone, or just a small kick, like if you're walking on the road and a dog is also walking by, and you slightly just kick a little bit, just tap with your leg, you're paying over 10,000 euros. Just do the maths of 10,000 euro in Nigeria money. Know how many millions you they pay. 10 over. Because right now I don't remember exactly the amount because it also depends. So, but just know that you're paying anywhere from over 10,000 euros. So I'm just thinking, you gotta be careful. You don't put things like that in your videos. Even if that's what I expected me to do. Edit that part that she said those things out, because some people gonna imagine I'm not a dog mom. I was like, please don't say it. Don't say it. Imagine if a dog mom will see it. How would that dog mom feel? Let me read comments and then we'll continue. Okay, let me see. Okay, she said, okay, okay. It said, she, okay, said, she could have edited, yes, she could have edited that part because of animals lovers. Oh my goodness. Don't even put it, don't even say animal lovers. Talk about those dog moms and dog dads. They are even more brutal than the animal lovers, those ones that have them as their children. Jeez, they will spend their last dime to mess you up if you do anything to an animal. I'm telling you. The Bible will say, well, since she has dog already, okay, since she has dog already, she's smiling. Yeah, she should have been used to it, and that's what I would. Although you won't still like it, because if you don't like something, you don't like something, and nobody can force you. And it seemed like her husband is the dog lover, and her children also love the dog that he brought, and also, as she said, even the second one that he just brought, they love this one already. So I think her kids and her husband loves the dog, so she's just tolerating it. But my own is, please edit it out. If you're saying certain things on a vlog, when you're editing, please cut them out. Well, you said at Badigos, your reaction would be perfect because you don't have a dog. Exactly. If you don't have something, you wouldn't even want to even have, those friends that have so many, except those ones that keeps the dogs outside and they can actually put the dogs in the dog houses when you're visiting, stuffs like that. So it's okay. But there are some people that won't even want to be your friend if they know that you have animals in your home, even if it's just a cat. You understand? Like they just don't want to. You understand? Manigo said, yes, but she also mentioned she doesn't like dogs, but she had to accept the first one. Yes, that's what she said. She said she didn't like dog. But yeah, that's what I said, because her husband likes the dog. I guess that's why she tolerated the whole thing and all of that. But I feel like if you've done it the first time, you just have to do it the second time and not be that dramatic. Treasure just said if they had a dog already, that was unnecessary. It was too dramatic. And the part where she was even saying, take this ugly thing, that ugly thing. And then the husband now said in Igbo, you are a dog mom. I didn't understand all the words she said, but I understood some of the word that she, like one or two words, so I could use that to decipher what she was saying. Like she was saying, God forbid that I would be a dog mom. But she is. The husband was right. He just kept teasing her, and she kept saying things that she shouldn't say on camera. She could have, for me, like there's nothing wrong saying, like, I mean, saying it to her husband directly. If she had edited it out, we wouldn't have seen it. Do you get? We wouldn't have seen it. When you come on, Nelo has over 100,000. I don't believe that all the 100,000 people watching Nelo is from Nigeria. Oyoyo said Nelo could have edited off that part because of dog lovers. Exactly. Maybe she didn't even think that she has people watching her from other parts of the world. That's just my guess, because if you know that people are watching you from other parts, then you know most definitely you will have one animal lover, one dog mom watching you from abroad or anywhere else in the world. Now that I even know, I was even asking the Banigo that lives in Lagos that we have dog moms in Lagos. They even have association. I was hearing that for the first time when this Hilda Bassi's stuff started. That's when I was hearing that woman saying it, that they even went as a group, the dog association, to go support her. But trust me, I would go ballistic on a small puppy that comes close to me. Are you serious? I beg, I can't shout. Wow. Even though we have so many dogs in Nigeria roaming around, it makes me laugh when I see people that are so afraid of dogs. Or you use what Abanigo is still different. She has a dog in the house. But Abanigo said, let me see. Abanigo said, let me go and watch that part. I think it's somewhere around 6 minutes into the video, if I'm not mistaken. You see that it stuck to my head till now. Since she made that video, I still can remember that I think somewhere around 3 to 6 minutes. Not three, because 3 minutes she was talking in the car, talking about the new car husband bought for her, the vlogs, and all of that. I think it's somewhere around 6 minutes into that video. That from where she said, "You see, this is my husband. He's very cunning." In my mind, but again, this is not the way to describe your husband on this social media now. You understand? Even if you people just finish quarreling before you, but she was joking and all of that, and I was like, "This Nelu Nawa." People need to understand when they are giving too much, and you say, we're showing the real. Mm-mm. Some things is not for the internet. Let people not start looking at him that way. But from when she made that comment, that's when everything started going south. Then from there, the dog started approaching her. So if you want to go watch it again, watch there. You will just notice. You will see what I'm saying. Okay, so let me go and watch that part again, because I didn't because I was like, I can react like this. So okay. Maybe you were able to understand it because you will have the same reaction. Maybe because I'm not afraid of dogs, and maybe because I also grew up with, like I said, over 30 dogs in my house and all of that, and lots of animals, goats and chickens and anything you can name. You can think of parrots, these pigeons and all of that. So I'm not really afraid of animals like that. But so I get you, but in Nigeria we don't have animal cruelty law. Exact. Well, I won't say that. Oh, I won't say that. We might have, we might have the Banigos, but okay. Let me give you one example before I even talk about that one. Remember that all these police that stand on the road and take 50 naira and all of that is not legal. It's actually illegal thing they are doing. But even not till now that they've started tightening the rope, they were still doing it. They will even seize your car key. They will beat you up and all of that, and nothing will happen to them. In those days, recently now, I see videos of some people getting demoted, fired, and punishment. But I believe we have it. I believe we have it. But they've not really caught someone yet, because I remember when those videos of some guys that were having sex with cows. Those are type of things that will get you arrested. It's out. You cannot go and take a dog and start you know having sex with dog, having sex with a cow, and things like that. All those things are illegal. They will arrest you because they will tell you that the animal didn't give you permission to penetrate them. So why are you doing that? So I think we have those laws. One was that she wanted us to see her real. Omo, this kind real now they put person for trouble. You understand? Imagine now if some kind people they watch her now, they go just say, we can't deal. I almost got a heart attack. Huh, YouTube, if you ain't gonna take this video down, oh my goodness, I'm gonna sue you. What? You're gonna allow people to post something like this on your page, on your platform, and you aren't gonna do a thing? We're going to court. Look at the video. Before you know, they cut out your clips, and before you know, YouTube don't land for court. Before you know, YouTube go say, now me want that trouble because of you. Chakam, they don't remove you straight up. Do you get? Because some people are really, really dramatic. So certain contents, people need to be just careful. Or you use what said, remember, they live in an upper flat, meaning the dog is in the flat with them. Whether it is whether whether it is Uche and her hubby that look after the dog still lives in the same flat with them. Oh, I didn't even know that she lives in an upstairs this in building. Let me see. Say, oh, the husband said something in Igbo. Let me go and watch. Well, yeah, because when she was screaming, Francis or something, what is his name? That's the first time I'm hearing his name. I think she was Francis. If that's not his name, please correct me. Francis, take this dog now. Take this dog now. I will kick it. I will match it. I will this. I will that. And you know, husbands now, you know, partners, even if it's she that her husband was actually freaking out, she will still take some time. So he was just laughing. He was there, but he was just laughing. He didn't just rush to go pick up the dog because she was freaking out. You know, I guess he's already used to her freaking out from the other older dog that they have that is 3 years old. So and then he now came, picked up the dog, and because all the while she was screaming, the camera was on her face. She didn't show us the dog. It was when he now came to pick the dog up from her foot where he was. I don't know if it's a he or she. The dog. I apologize to the dog. Okay, I don't know if you're a female or male, but yes, when he picked up the dog, that's when he showed the dog to the camera, and it was this brown dog. I forgot what they call that dog, similar to the dog that my husband has too, but I've forgotten the name of that dog. He now picked up, it has this brown face and fallen ears. He now picked it up and said, look at this beautiful puppy, telling the people in the camera, like telling Nelo's fans that are, to the camera, speaking to the camera, saying, look at this beautiful dog, look at this beautiful dog. And Nelu was there telling, like, oh yeah, like, like, it's not beautiful. That's when she called it ugly. And I said, oh my goodness. And you know what? Nelu's husband knows this thing. And because he said it immediately, she called the dog ugly. Immediately, he said, no talk that, something like that. He said, not make people no hear you. He said, I don't wait. I think he said, no talk that thing, or make people no hear you talk that. When you say something and Niger person is trying to tell you, you better watch your mouth before he go put you for a hand. He said that jokingly and he was laughing too. And he kept saying the dog was beautiful. And she kept insisting the dog wasn't. Then that was when he now spoke in Igbo to her that she was a dog mom. Well, I don't know if he said it to her in English and she responded back in Igbo, but I know Igbo was spoken there. But from like there's something she said, and I cannot quote exactly the Igbo word, but I could figure like it was somewhere around God forbid who is, because the word Nkita came into like who's the dog mom, not me, like God forbid I'm not a dog mom or stuff like that. But he is right. If he brought the dog, she's now a dog mom, okay? Because her husband brought the dog and her husband loves the dog. So that's what it is. Badiga said the dog is downstairs. Ah, okay. That's also possible now. Maybe the place they live, if they are living alone, they will be able to build a house down there for him. And if they have like security guard, the security man will be the one that feeds him. She will just cook, or the husband will buy those extra food from the supermarket and just put it in the plate, and someone can take it to him. And then when it's time for him to go for a walk, since she doesn't like it, the husband will have to come back from work and go walk the dog, or the security man. I think her children are still small, so they cannot do it. You get, because she said the children love the dog also. Vanigo said, I meant the dog is outside Oyoyo. Ah, okay. Yeah, dog is okay. Because Oyoyo said maybe the dog is upstairs. Say, social media. It's real and raw. Yes, so I'm telling you, Treasure G said, uh, the thing is that most people in Nigeria don't care and not aware of animal protection much as the Oyibo. That is true. And this that Treasure said just brought me to another thing I want to point out that I noticed about a lot of our Niger slash African content creators. These mostly people that vlogs, this thing that people will be vlogging, children will come in. You know how children can be now. Children can be a handful. We all know. You understand. We all know that whatever you do not scream at those kids in front of the camera. If you do, because you're saving space and just to record everything, when you're editing, please watch that video over and over and cut out the part where you're screaming at the children. I've seen it so many times. We know how many people's channel they've dropped from YouTube because they feel like the way the children were being treated on camera was not good. And we're talking about people that had lots and lots of subscribers, had supporters, people coming in with super chat, super thanks, membership, sending them gifts, shopping for them. I'm talking like big channels, but there are several of them were dropped because of their children. So vloggers should be very careful also when you talk, when it has to do with animal, when it has to do with young children. Be extremely careful what you put in your video. If that thing is not really connected to what you're vlogging that day or filming that day, just edit it out to play safe. Okay, that one no follow for realness. I swear down, that one no follow for realness. So I really agree with you what you said, Treasure Gist. Um, why is this thing showing me face? Let me see. Okay, I think it's emoji Bunny goes added. Okay, said me, I am okay. Oh, you're surprised. And you said surprise cried. Okay, smile. Okay, I think she added rainbow face to that comment. Okay, the next one said it's from Treasure. Treasure just said, I don't like dogs, despite I lived with three hefty dogs because my sister keeps them. So what? So Treasure, let me ask you: do you still freak out when you see dogs? Since you said you don't like dogs, but you had to leave there because of your battery is low. Chai, go charge am abeg. Banigo said Banigo said but okay, say but it might be illegal to do the sex part, but eating dogs, I don't think it's against the law. Well, I don't think that eating it will, but they don't eat all. It's not all the breeds they eat actually. For example, that lady that was talking, that's another thing that even, I was like, this lady, you're overstretching this thing. Everybody knows that the type they eat is not that type the lady was holding. That small hairy dog, that one is not the one. It's the main local breed. That one is mostly referred to as local breed. And most people that do that, they always have it, and you know that this is the business this person is into, and whenever you go to their homes you will see a lot of them. Okay, and you know that it is for the business. And I remember on Oyoyo's world, when Oyoyo talked about it, I also explained how, when even my husband, he wanted to pet one of the dog that was roaming around in the streets there in my university area, and I said to him, please don't pet the dog, it's a business dog, before the man will say something happened to the business dog that he's going to use for pepper soup, in that dog meat joint where they sell pami and dog meat. And it's written boldly in front of the restaurant. So you only go in there if you know that you eat that. So some people were just overstretching the whole thing. You know that the thing is we have so many laws, but I think the government also just feels like, okay, get our things be for this Niger. So the people, nobody is really enforcing them, but we have them. We have these laws, but nobody is paying attention to it. That's why. Suppose I'm outside and my battery is low. Chai, thank you for stopping by. You don't try, gone. Yeah, so the point I'm trying to make before I jump into Lily Popes, because that's another one I want to tackle on this video. Whoa, 39 minutes talking about Nelo okekes alone. I just want people to understand that content we're creating, a lot of people going to come, and being a YouTuber, I believe that we all have the same type of, or we're all looking at this content creating thing from almost, might not be exactly the same angle. And why did I say so? You want your channel to grow. I don't know any YouTuber that you will ask that will tell you, oh, if I have 100,000, I don't want 200. If I have 1 million, I don't want 2 million. If I have 2 million, I don't want 3 million. If I have 2,000, I don't want 3,000. You get, if I have 100, I don't want 200. So everybody wants their channel to grow. So the goal is to grow. The goal is to get brand deals, because at the end of the day, if you start working with brands, all those brand deals and all of that will even pay you more than what you would cash out from YouTube at every 22nd or towards the ending of each month that they pay you. Everybody knows that. So let's just be careful with, if you have little children in the home, no matter how they make you angry when you're filming, if you scold them on camera, please edit it out before you post the video, because maybe the person that might want to just come and might just like your vibe and everything, might want to just super chat you and send you gift, or introduce you to a brand or something that they think you fit perfectly and you can work well with. They might not just want to do it because they're like, who's this person that is so rude to kids, or who's this person that is so rude to animals, you know and people are taking their dogs, like these dog moms. Some of them don't even have children of their own, and the dogs are the children they have. Okay, they will spend everything they have on that dog, money that they won't even give you. They will use it to buy the most expensive food, most expensive body lotion, soap, perfume, all of that for their dogs. Oh, you understand? So people should be very careful, and I hope that Nelu will not repeat that, even though she doesn't like it. She should just edit it out when next that happened. Let's move over to Lily Pope's TV. As for Lily Pope, I made her own story second, because Lily Pope has done this severally, and I think it's time somebody just mentions it. And like I said in the beginning when I started this video, most of these things is something that we're going to learn from, okay? Videos that I will be reacting would be video that I've seen something being said or something being done, and I feel like I can explain something, use it as a teaching moment on that particular topic. That's when I'm going to react. Or if it's just a reaction that reacting to something, maybe that can be done. But most of the reactions that will be coming up here will be a teaching moment and a learning for all of us. Okay, so Lily Pope did a video recently where she talked about her twins, and their 10 month, I think, development, a 10 month milestone development and all of that. Lily Pope said a whole lot of things in that video that I was like, what are you doing? That one of the things that Lily Pope said was like, there's someone else that also have, I think, 10 months or 11 months, or at least few months older, but at maybe 1 or 2 months older than her. Like the lady gave birth 1 or 2 months before her. So she said she used to catch up, like watch the lady too, to see the lady's child. Because Lily has twins, and I think the lady has just single baby. So she said she used to catch up on that channel to see the milestones, to see if her kids are lacking behind or whatnot. Now, that is a wrong thing to do. And I will tell you why. Some parents keep stressing so much. Oh, my neighbor pikin don dey crawl. Immediately she the pikin come out from belle, the pikin don crawl. My own never crawl. Oh, my neighbor pikin don dey hold something stand. My own never stand. Or it could be the neighbor saying, oh, this person's child is. Look, just as all of us we are adults, we might be the same age, we might be older, but we have people that are old, that we are older than, that are doing better, that maybe graduated from school before we did, got better jobs, or even if we graduated before them, maybe they got better paying jobs. Now they're traveling, they're doing this. Do not, all fingers are not equal. Do not compare yourself to anybody else, let alone little children or little child growing up. Stop comparing. And this thing that Lily keeps saying, I love chubby kids, I love chubby kids, I love chubby kids. Okay, you love chubby kids, but it doesn't mean that that is the definition of beauty. Because there's this size your child will get to, and even the doctor is going to tell you, slow down on whatever you're giving this child. Okay, slow down. Okay, you also said, I'm listening to the background, getting ready for a meeting. Okay, thank you, sis, thank you. So this thing that people will say, okay, Lily actually will say, I love chubby kids. There are a lot of people that love chubby kids, but it doesn't mean that if a child is not chubby, the child is not beautiful, or that is the definition of little children, little babies that are beautiful. Every child is beautiful and special in their own way. One child have something that the other one doesn't have, and everybody is gifted in different ways, just as we adults also. So Lily kept insisting, oh, if this the person lost small weight, she freaks out. The child didn't eat, she freaks out. She will not start using. Well, let's know that as human, not even to somebody's child should certain words be used to describe, let alone your own child. Words are very powerful. Words are very powerful. And if that word that is going to come out from your mouth is not a positive one, close it. And if by accident you say it, immediately you realize that that word is out from your mouth, take it back. The power of the tongue is real. So when I see people running their mouth anyhow, like you don't know what you're doing. You don't know. The Bible says, even sometimes people will want to curse people, place curses, and do all of that. And at the same time, these people are saying, I'm praying with the Bible. I'm going to lay a curse. I'm going to swear for you. I'm going to this. I'm going to that. You will peme, you would this one, you would that one. But the same Bible that you're using to swear and place curse on people said, forgive 70 times 7. Have you done that math before? It simply means somebody almost in the whole of somebody's lifetime, if the person keeps offending you every day, you still have to forgive. So placing curse just like that, you yourself, you're committing sin also, because that's not what the Bible instructs you to do. An eye for an eye, it's no longer a thing, but people still want to do an eye for an eye. I digressed a little bit, but this is it's all connected in the sense that words that comes out of our mouth, we should be very careful. And as a mother, as a parent, be extremely careful even when you're joking. You see people that this my pikin when he grow up, he go be bad person. You know those kind of things that some parents will say, see this way my pikin do now, he don't behave like agbero. You will carry pikin for belle for 9 months, born. This I'm giving is just an example. It's not what Lily said, but I'm getting back to what she said. You that carried a child in your womb for 9 months will come out and say these type of things. Are you kidding me seriously? Is that a joke? Is that supposed to be a joke? When those things start manifesting, people are quick to look for the old woman in the village that is a witch, that is doing them something from their family. Hence, all these fake men of God too are making so much money, because every time you go and meet all these fake pastors or fake whatever they are, they will tell you, oh, is that person? It's always somebody from your family doing you something. If it's not your mother, it's your father. If it's not your father, it's your auntie. If it's not your auntie, it's your uncle. If it's not your uncle, it's that old woman that you helped in the village. There's just always this nonsense where sometimes you won't know that you've used your mouth, because even the Bible said life and death is in the tongue. Like this, your tongue, the power of life and death is in the tongue. So whatever you want, decree it, and so shall it be. So if the Bible is telling you life and death, why don't you choose life? Why don't you choose prosperity? Why don't you choose positivity? Why don't you choose healing? Why don't you choose open doors? Why don't you choose growth? Why don't you choose fruitfulness? Why don't you choose everything good, other than uttering negative words from your mouth and thinking it's a joke? Lily said, and she was talking about her twins, that she used to check on that lady to see, don't. This goes to every woman out there. Don't compare the child in your womb with the next person. Because the day you lay down with your husband, or with the man you lay down to get pregnant, and the day that other person did the same thing, even if you did it the same day, even if you did it the same in the same house, on the same bed, all together, the gift that God is giving is different. And he knows why. Just as when you go out, you see the trees, they are different, these leaves are different shapes, they're different height, they're different, the flowers that comes out are different colors, hence we have different fruits. If everything looked the same, the world won't be as beautiful as we see it now. We have night, we have day. So don't look at somebody else's child's milestone and use it to compare to yours. Whenever your child decides to hold the thing and stand up, they will stand up. The thing is, at the end of the day, that child, you must have taken the child, you go for all the necessary checkups that they do for infants and little kids. As far as the doctors have said everything is okay with your child, you know that someday the child will stand up, start holding things, the child will crawl, the child will walk, the child will start talking. Even their appetite will change. Sometimes they will eat a lot, some other times they won't eat. It's the same with even we as adults. So don't compare your little one with others. That's the first thing I want to say with Lily. Don't do that, because if you do that, you will keep finding things that maybe some of your neighbor's child is doing and yours is not doing, and you think that yours is lagging behind. He or she is not lagging behind. The time is just not the right time for that child to carry out that this thing you're expecting. That's one. Two, she said on that the same video, she said a lot in the car even before I think it was her daughter, because at the point she said my kids are coming in. She was with the twins, one of them was peeping. Very fun, beautiful video. Just some of the words that were used there, I just didn't think was cool enough. She was talking about, okay, their personality, that she noticed that the twin have different personality. That's another thing you can see. Twin, actually, they were in your stomach the same time, shared the same month, ate the same thing, everything, had the same sound, had the same voice, had everything, but they came out. You're already noticing in 10 months that they have different personality. One is more bubbly, one is more calm. Of course, we have that. All of us in our families, we have those brothers and sisters that are very loud, then we have the ones that are extremely quiet, then we have the ones that are in the middle. They can be loud, then they can also be quiet. We have the ones that can easily make friends, and we have the ones that are introvert that keeps to themselves. you know so everybody is different. And she said she noticed one is more bubbly, and the other one, she was saying their names. Well, twins are always difficult to figure, so I don't even want to try to figure who she said did what and who did. And she was trying to say the personality of one of the twins, and she said that the way he's behaving, that he's always, you know, taking things from his brother, doing that. That she thinks he's going to be that. No, not that she thinks. She said he's going to be a bully the way he's behaving. I was like, are you kidding me right now? As a mom of a child, you cannot look at a 10-month-old and you're already prophesying, you're already saying something like that from just a a harmless play that he's doing. Even if he picks up something and hits his brother, that's what they do. They are twin. They will always battle out each other. Even growing up, if Linda herself will remember, she and her sisters, because I know she has sisters. I don't know if she have brothers also, but I know she has sisters. I believe there are certain things that you will want, and then the other person have it, then you want it, and it cause fight and all of that. But you didn't grow up being this type of nasty person that will not want to share things with people, will not want to gift people, do not want to do anything of such, because you were always fighting for things. You wanted all everything to yourself. There are some people that wants to keep everything to themselves. But as adult, are they doing the same? No. So using that word, he's going to be a bully when he grows up, and you were laughing. That's not funny. That's not a thing a mom should say. Okay. For me, I believe so much in the power of the tongue, and I don't like it when people take it lightly, because sometimes you will use your own mouth to cause your own problem, and then you will now try to look for where to solve the problem. Okay. Don't look at your own child and use words like that to describe your child. I just think it's wrong. And when I heard that, I now said to myself, this takes me back to one of her older videos she did when she came out to vent about her child not eating at all. That's her first child, Kamsi. And she said the child is not, her daughter is not eating at all. And, the appetite thing and all of that. And she just wanted to ask if any other mom out there is also going through the same thing. That was the video was okay in the sense that, you know, as a mom, sometimes there are things you just might not understand. You might want to speak to your friends, you might want to talk to other people around you. But then at the same time, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Oyoyo's World. But then at the same time, as a content creator, you can understand that, of course, you will want to put it as a video, so all of her viewers, will also watch the video, and anybody going through similar thing will also tell her, oh, I'm going my child, or this, it happened to me before, and all of that. She can get encouragement, or also learn one or two things, how to maneuver, or how to get the child to start eating, from all the suggestion. Because sometimes your head is just going to be blocked, that you might not, you cannot even think anymore. You just need someone to help think for you. So I totally understand that that was a good video, but the things that were said in that video, a lot of them were just cringy. The way she described that child, and I'm thinking, this child is going to grow up and this child is going to see this video. Is that how you, just because your child is not eating and your child is losing a lot of weight and you are so obsessed with chubby kids? I don't know where you heard that. That's the definition of beauty, you know. But that's what you stuck in your head, and you want to keep it that way. Okay, but don't say these type of things about the child. And sometimes I notice parents will be saying these type of things, and the children are in within, earshot of where they are making these videos, and they can hear. And the age of that child understands what you're saying. You're only going to make things worse, because child now start feeling, is that my mom don't love me anymore? Is it that my mom feel like I'm doing this on purpose? When sure the child will eat, won't be able to keep it in, she'll throw up. Maybe something is going on. You just keep praying, you take her to the doctors, they will check her, they will do all of that you're doing. Keep pushing, and keep the positivity going, and all of that. That's even the time you pour more love, say more positive word. But she said this thing. So when I remember that other video, how she spoke about the daughter, and I was like, you shouldn't speak, in my mind, I was like, you shouldn't speak about your daughter that way. And now, fast forward many months later, Lily is making the same mistake by referring to her child as a bully, as this, that she was okay. Maybe you were a bully. Doesn't mean that that child is going to grow up and have the same character as you. Maybe, for example, maybe the father is not a bully, wasn't a bully. He's a cool and quiet person. But that particular child might grow up having the father's character, looking exactly like the father, and it won't turn out the way you think. You never know. They are still too little to even start thinking of personality. It's not yet time. They are still very little. They're just getting into everything now. 10-month old. I just hope that Lily would stop using certain words when she's talking about her children. When you're talking about your children, always keep it at the back of your mind. I'm the mom of these children. My words are powerful. Even if you're referring to somebody else, this is general, like I'm talking general now. Even if you want to talk about other people's kids or whatever, watch your word, watch the language, watch the type of things you say. Be extremely careful to, you know, power of the tongue is there. So be careful how you talk. So don't even talk down on your children. Don't use words that are not pleasant to describe them, even if maybe at that point they are doing something that is really making you frustrated. Don't do it. Don't. And actually, this brings me to the end of this video. And like I said, every video we're reacting to, we are going to come in, we will discuss why we are reacting to that particular video. We're going to talk about what was right and what was wrong about the particular content creator, and we will also use that to teach, so we all keep learning. For me, I know that learning is something that never ends. So, watching videos where people are saying something that I can actually learn from, or where I can hear something that maybe I've never heard about before, and that will make me curious enough to go do a research and want to know more. If that topic interests me, I love it. So let's just be careful and extremely mindful of the type of words that comes out of our mouth. I felt like I should come in here and discuss what Nelo, okeke, and Lily said in their videos that I think shouldn't be repeated. Okay, it's not a force, it's not, it's not by force. Okay, and they might not see this video. Okay, but I just hope someone close to them can point it out to them that things like that in the future is either you edit it out, don't say it at all, will work better. Thank you all so very much. Thank you, Oyoyo's World. Thank you, sis. Thank you so much. Thank you, Treasure Gist. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you, the Bunny Ghost TV. Thank you so much. Thank you, Gorex. Gorex Corner, right? Or Gorex TV. Wait, let me see. Gores Corner, yes. Thank you so much, Gores Corner. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. I saw some people breathing in and out also that didn't say hello, so I can't say your names. People that didn't write anything. So thank you so very much. This is 59 minutes and it's almost an hour that I've been talking. Wow, I was thinking I keep saying the videos will be short, but then before I finish explaining everything, it's now an hour-long video. But thank you so very much. God bless each and every one of you. See you all in YouTube streets, okay? Let's go see the videos that will be popping out. What's happening in the street and what's happening. Let's go see who's posting next or who's going live next. Thank you also very much and bye. Thank you. Thank you all. Oh, it's an hour. May God bless us all. And like I always say, he that has ears, let him hear. Okay? God bless us all. Be positive. Show love. And don't forget to compliment people. It's better to say something beautiful than to say something nasty. If you know what you're going to spit out is nasty, shush, don't say at all. All right. Thank you all so very much. Have a nice day. See you on the streets of YouTube. Bye.